When are we getting that new music?
Soon.
You knew I was gonna ask. I had to ask.
I know.
H.E.R, congratulations on your VMA win for I Can't Breathe. Describe what it feels like not only to win this first VMA, but to win for a song that means so much to the climate that we're in right now.
I honestly can't believe it. You know, winning a VMA is like a dream come true. I really have no words for the movement that's happening, except I'm just grateful that everybody's speaking out, you know, on social injustice. That's what the purpose of the song was just, you know, talking about what's going on right now and talking about how I feel and how I think a lot of people were feeling, the anxiety, being overwhelmed and feeling really sad. A lot of pain went into creating this song. So for it to be recognized is really, really dope.
And it was powerful visually and lyrically. Like when you really break down those lyrics, you pretty much touched every topic from, you know, don't say you don't see my color, recognize my color, to the messages in the video like silence is violence. How did you process your emotions as you were writing this record, and what were some of the things that were going through your mind?
With this song, it's a lot of questions. You know, how do we cope when we don't love each other? What is a gun to a man that surrenders? You know, you start in a war screaming peace at the same time. It's all these things that are like, why? I really decided to do a spoken word at the end because I felt like the song wasn't just enough to say what I had to say. I had to put in that extra rant just so I could say everything that I was feeling.
You've done multiple performances at award shows that have helped to amplify this same message. How important is it for you to use your artistry in this way?
As an artist, I have a responsibility to articulate how I think the world might be feeling. Music can cause healing, it can create change, it can make you want to fall in love, it can make you dance. And so as an artist, we have a responsibility to do these things because music does that.
You also nominated for Slide with YG, totally different vibes, still authentic, but you gave us some dope Bay Area vibes. How did you and YG end up connecting for that record?
I was thinking about who would be perfect for the record, who would also represent the West Coast, and I remember meeting him at Coachella. He was like, take off them glasses and show your pretty face, girl, and I was like, yo, and then he did it on the record. I was like, this is perfect.
I want to get into the genre, right? The art form of R&B, because you're nominated against a diverse array of people, some of whom you've collaborated with and been inspired by. Where do you see your sound fitting into that ecosystem, and what do you think about the evolution of the sound of R&B as we listen to it today?
When you talk about like classic R&B, it's its own thing. You talk about neo soul, it's its own thing. You talk about, you know, alternative R&B. There's all these different versions of R&B, and I think all these people represent all those different sides. R&B means literally rhythm and blues. Rhythm, you know, a good beat, a good thing to make you move or make you, you know, groove, and the blues, which is to me the truth, the pain, the honesty, and the raw emotion, and that's what R&B is. There's a lot of genres that wouldn't even exist without R&B. R&B is the basis of everything.
It's in everything. R&B is even in hip hop. You hear that rhythm and blues vibe in the hip hop vibe right now.
You know, it's got more of a spotlight now, and we have more classic influence R&B now, which is really, really dope. But as far as my sound goes, there's songs like I Can't Breathe, it's like raw instruments, and there's songs like Slide, which is like super fun. It's like trap drums a little bit with the 808s.
You know, you talked about rhythm and blues, and you can't talk about blues without talking about guitars and your Girls with Guitar series. What are some of your favorite moments from the series, and were there any comments that folks made in those conversations that really resonated with you?
What's been so special about Girls with Guitars is it started off as kind of being bored in quarantine and wanting to jam, just kind of have fun in a like a public way on Instagram Live. I did my first lives and I was like, oh, I want to have other girls on here. Oh, how about Girls with Guitars? I have legends, I have up and coming artists, I have current artists that are doing their thing. So it became a platform, and it became like this crazy place for me to collaborate with artists. Willow Smith was on there, and we sang together, and that was dope. Umi, who's really dope, up and coming. H.E.R was on there, Tori Kelly, Priscilla Renee, who's a dope writer. Sheryl Crow was on there. So it was just a bunch of different dope girls with guitars. You think that there's not that many of us, but really, you know, we out here.
What new dreams and visions have you crafted for yourself in this next season of H.E.R?
Man, you know, I want to be able to sell out stadiums. You know, I realize how much I love touring, especially in the quarantine. I really, really miss being on a stage and having that connection. I think that's definitely one of my main goals, is to be able to tour like forever, pretty much. And you know, I've been getting into acting a lot, and voiceovers. That's another dream of mine that's actually been coming true. So just trying to find new ways to touch people and impact people.
Ultimately, what do you want fans to take away from the art you create, the music you create, and you know, this next season when we're gonna see her in films and voiceovers? What do you want them to get from everything that you're putting out there?
I think the number one thing is, as cliche as it sounds, is dreams really come true. You know, when you stay on your path and you trust your path and you trust your own process. I think we're always, especially with social media, we're always looking at what everybody else is doing. And when you just follow your heart and follow what you want to do, then things start to happen, and success becomes your purpose. And if you just keep going and you keep following that, then you can do anything.